We're hearing rumors that Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez may be planning a mega fight, and I was kind of scratching my head when I heard this news, or the rumors. There's nothing confirmed yet, so let's not get too excited, but big fight if it does go down. Big fight if it's not just a rumor, and a lot of people are saying it's going to happen next year, 2025. What a way to start the year with a huge fight between Teo and Devin. But I was scratching my head, as I was saying before, because why would Devin, and you guys know, I've been saying this on my channel for a while, if you get beaten up, and Osterine PEDs aside, Devin got beat up. There's no, I'm not even talking about who actually won that fight, whether or not Ryan Garcia is a, straight up cheater, whether or not, it was too little of an amount to say that he really cheated, to say that he really did anything. Devin got beat up, took a lot of punishment, and you could almost see on his face that he was traumatized because he had never been through that before. No matter how much experience you have when you're a talented fighter, you've been hit before, but you don't really take a lot of punishment like that. That was the first time Devin's ever been punished like that. That's why I'm surprised to hear that Teofimo and Devin are potentially negotiating a fight for 2025. And don't get me wrong, it's a great fight for the sport of boxing. I'm just not sure about the timing of it for Devin Haney. If we're talking about a Devin Haney that's 100% still, hasn't taken any punishment at all throughout his career, I think it's different, but I think we need to see him get his feet wet back in the sport of boxing before we see him against Teo. But if this is true, of course I'm going to watch the fight. I just don't know if it's the smartest decision to be going up against a puncher. But at the same time, I'm not sleeping on Devin because I know what he's capable of. But if he goes in there with the same mentality that he did against Ryan Garcia, that mentality of stand in the center of the ring with him in exchange, then that's going to make it an easier night for Teofimo Lopez. If he really wants to frustrate Teo, he's going to have to box him and be more on the back foot, make Teofimo the one that comes forward, and then, do what Devin does best, and that's box him, not engage in a slugfest and a firefight. You got to box him if you're Devin Haney. That's the smartest way to get a victory over a guy like Teofimo Lopez. And it's not like he's never been beaten before. It's not like the blueprint isn't there to compete with him. But the thing is, Teo is very talented. And I always say that Teo fights to the level of his opposition. Fighters like Teofimo Lopez specifically, and I know this for a fact because it's literally proven that Teo, he doesn't get excited for just okay names or no names. That's why you guys see when he fights these no names and you're like, oh, Teo should take care of him, and then it's a close fight and Teo doesn't have the best performance ever. I feel like it's because he's not motivated. He needs a big name to motivate him. Look at Lomachenko, look at Josh Taylor, Richard Comey. He got these guys good. He handled those guys because he was excited, he was motivated, everybody doubted him, and look what he did. He's the best when his back is against the wall. That's just how Teo is. You need to give him a big name for him to get excited to fight, and that brings out the best version of Teofimo Lopez. That gives him the best training camp and the most motivation. If you just give him a no name, then he's not going to get excited and therefore has a lack of preparation. That's just how Teo is, in my opinion. That's just how I see it. But for a guy like Devin, he would definitely train for that fight. He trained hard for that fight, and I think we'd get a really good version of Teofimo Lopez. I can't say the same thing about Devin Haney because it's not about the training regimen. It's not about getting excited or being motivated, because Devin's always disciplined. He's motivated. He does the right things throughout that training camp, but sometimes it still doesn't go your way. That's the cruel reality of the sport of boxing. And for Devin Haney to be fighting Teofimo Lopez, I applaud him and I commend him because it's a risky fight, but is it the smart thing to do? I really would have liked to see him fight Sander Martin or like Jack Catterall, somebody that, doesn't have the crazy power that would really hurt him. And I think Teofimo's just a dangerous fight. Teo's very athletic, and obviously it'd be interesting. Don't get me wrong, this is a blockbuster event where we would see the dads going at it. We'd see Teo and Devin going at it. They've had a lot of history back when Devin and Teo, they sparred and they always fought with each other when they were on the networks doing the commentating and stuff like that. So it would definitely be an interesting fight. There's no doubt about it. It's just like, are we going to get the best version of both guys? I just don't know about Devin Haney because like I said before, whether or not people want to talk about it, ignore it, doesn't matter. Devin Haney took a lot of punishment in that Ryan Garcia fight, and I'm not sure he's going to be the same. Who's ever the same after a really bad beating like that. I'm not saying that Devin's not going to come back, you know, just as good or better, but specifically because it was a really bad beatdown, and if the PEDs were involved, then it really could have, you know, traumatized Devin. And that beating is just no joke. That kind of beating that Devin Haney took, it's not something that he's ever even remotely dealt with. You guys can talk about the Jorge Linares fight, but that was a different level that Ryan Garcia put on Devin Haney. That was different. But it is an interesting fight. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to be like a Debbie Downer or anything like that, because at the end of the day, it's an exciting fight for the sport of boxing. And I think, you know, if it does go down, we'll all be watching for sure. I'm just concerned a little bit about how Devin Haney is handling, you know, his comeback fight. I would have liked to see him more against a boxer. Not really a big puncher, but you know, if we get it, we get it. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. The news about Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney potentially having a mega fight negotiated for 2025. Let me know in the comments down below, but thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next Nabs Boxing video. Peace.
That's going to do it for another Nabs Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.